Hi, I'm Dion, and this is my informed speech, and this is my audience. Have you ever wondered why we are so close with our parents, specifically our mothers? This is called the attachment theory. Our bonds with our parents, especially our mothers, gives us an idea of what we want our relationships to be, or relationships in the future. As psychology students, we learn about the attachment theory and are able to broaden our understanding on how we behave in both the adolescent and adulthood stage when it comes to our relationships with others. Today, I will explain what the attachment theory is, how it worked, how it affects us in our adulthood, and our relationships. First, I will go into detail about what this theory is, what experiment took place, the 3 kinds of stages that infants go through in the classification system, and lastly, why are we so attached to our mothers? Okay. Let's start with what the attachment theory is and what experiment took place. The attachment theory was originally developed by John Bowlby, and it focuses on the relationships and bonds, particularly long-term, between people, including between parent and child, and between romantic partners. It is the psychological explanation for emotional bonds and relationships between people. It suggests that it is a lifestyle model of human development emphasizing the central role of caregivers, a sense of security and safety. Now let's talk about what the strange situation is and how it was set up. The strange situation was a procedure that was developed by Mary Ainsworth that measures the mother-child attachment. The procedure was set up in a small room, set up with a one-way glass window designed to covertly observe actions of the child. The room was filled with toys, and at first was just the infant and their mother. This leads to another point called the classification system. The classification system categorizes 3 attachment styles: secure, resistant, and avoidant. Secure is where the child displays distress when separated from mother, but easily soothed and returns their positive attitude quickly when reunited with them. Resistant is where the child displays intensity when mother leaves but resists contact with them when reunited. Avoidant is when the child displays no distress when separated from their mother, as well as no interest in their mother's return. Here's why we are so attached to our mothers. The theory suggests that people are born with a need to forge a bond with their mothers. These early bonds set the foundation for later relationships and continue to influence attachments throughout life. The theory also suggested that bonds also have an influence on romantic relationships in adulthood. By this happening, understanding your attachment style may help you look for ways to become more secure in your relationships. Let's conclude with the main points from today's speech. We talked about the attachment theory, the different attachment styles, why we are so close to our mothers, and how our bonds with our parents and how it affects our future relationships. In conclusion, if you are ever wanting to know more about why we have a strong bond with our mothers, do some research and come up with some ideas of how and what you want in your relationships to be for the future. Thank you.